Hello guys, this is Modest Major here, bringing you some commentary over some Ricochet gameplay for the Dawn Network. The score in the background is a 30-1, it's on the map Simplex. Simplex is definitely one of my favourite maps out there. If you go on my channel, you will see a very large number of Simplex gameplays take place, especially on Ricochet and CTF. Because in CTF and Ricochet, the spawns are fairly fixed. There's not much dynamic spawning going on. The spawns in Simplex are very easy to navigate, and it's very easy to keep them trapped in their spawn as long as your callouts and your gameplay is on par. So it's just one of my favourite maps for going for gameplays on, honestly. I had a topic that I wish to discuss with you guys today, though, and that is regarding the likelihood and the prospects of success for Halo 5. And I'm going to start off this commentary by saying I honestly think Halo 5 will be a turning point for the series. And any Halo fan will say that they want Halo and they think that Halo is going to succeed because there's so much love for the game, so much passion for the game. If you're still a Halo 4 player, chances are you really enjoy aspects of the game and you enjoy the core mechanics of Halo full stop. Even if Halo 4 isn't to your taste, you have so much respect for the fundamentals of Halo gameplay, the ideas of the better man wins, the idea of the excellent map design. The map design is pretty much unparalleled amongst the FPS genre, and then on top of that, you couple that with Halo 3's incredible ranking system, Halo 2's incredible ranking system, and I just feel like there's a lot of nostalgia there, and for me, there's a lot of desire for it to succeed. When you look at Call of Duty, which is now the top gun in terms of FPSs, there's not a lot of respect going out there, even amongst their own community. It's not like, you know, they love the game. It's not like they think it's amazing, but they don't feel like there's any competitor out there that really offers what Call of Duty offers, because you can hate on Call of Duty as much as you want, but it's always going to have the hype there for the next game. People will always get excited. People will always watch the trailers, and there's going to be a huge number of people playing, and that's definitely a huge component in a game's success. Success percentages, because when it comes to Halo 4, I feel like one of the biggest knockbacks was the fact that we didn't have the hype, the fact that there were so many negative members of the community, and this all escalated when the competitive players found out they weren't going to get paid, because competitive players, once they're making money on their game, they kind of have an obligation to be positive about it. They have an obligation to, try not to rag on the game too much. Even if it's not necessarily to their tastes, they don't want to flat out say that the game sucks, because that just reduces their likelihood of getting paid and finding success in the future, because the more hate they bring towards their game, the less likely that the game's going to succeed, because people will be turned off. Whereas in Halo 4, when it turned out that A, it wasn't going to be on MLG, and B, as it moved forward, they weren't getting their AGL payouts, stuff just kind of went bad. And, hype is it's just so necessary for a game's success, because you want to get on matchmaking and you want to know that your friends are excited to play. Think of it like as maybe you're playing any sport. Maybe you're playing catch with a couple of your friends and you're throwing it to them, and maybe you've got a really good throw. Maybe you're making a couple of good catches. But if everyone around you is like, oh, this is so boring, can we please go do something else? Can we please? As much as you might try and, if you really enjoy it, if you really have respect for that game, even if you try and keep it going, it's really hard to, counteract those negative attitudes, to be able to just sit there and carry on playing when you're hearing this constant negative feedback in your ears. And then you're just like, you know what? I'm better off just not playing this game, because there's no way that it's going to work. And if you're not getting the numbers in the matchmaking service, etc., etc., it's not good for a matchmaking experience. Another thing that Call of Duty managed to succeed over Halo with was the fact that they had social and rank separation, where you could go into regular matchmaking, still rank up, and have a good time with, maybe get a few pub stomping sessions on the go, but at the same time, if you wanted that competitive edge, you wanted to play seriously and prove your worth as a player, you had League play. And it was such a shame for Halo to not get this setting from launch, where there was no ranked integration, because Halo has this base respect for the game. And also, I feel like from a spectator's point of view, Halo is far easier to read people's skill than it is with Call of Duty. Call of Duty, in my humble opinion, and I'm sure a lot of other people's opinion, is not necessarily that entertaining to watch as a spectator sport unless you play Call of Duty on a regular basis. I feel like Halo, if you watch a play in, say, CTF, and you see someone pull off a 6 snipe, it's so noticeable, and so you can tell that the players are just exuding talent. And Call of Duty, I feel like the gameplay can get a little bit stale and can get a little bit too, you know, campy/defensive, in my opinion. I know a lot of people would disagree. I know that Hardpoint can get quite aggressive from time to time, but I still feel like Halo is far more worthwhile in the competitive scene, and I don't think Call of Duty is ever going to be able to compete with the likes of League of Legends and Dota 2 in that respect, and I feel like Halo is the game to take that edge away. And that's why I feel like moving into Halo 5, Halo 5 will secure MLG, there's no doubt in my mind. It's a matter of whether they hold on to that. I think StarCraft 2 got dropped from MLG. I feel like Call of Duty is fairly easy to beat in terms of, as I said, respect for the game, as long as they have ranked and social integration. Obviously, they're in talks with the leader of StarCraft 2 ranking system from Blizzard, and apparently that could be leading towards some sort of Halo 5 fully fledged ranking system. And if they did something similar to the likes of League of Legends and StarCraft 2, there's no doubt in my mind that it would be absolutely insane. And if they did something with the armors where they had like diamond encrusted armor if you were in Diamond League, gold encrusted armor, and you had these shows of respect in the game, it would just be fascinating. But, you know, in my opinion, all that Halo 5 needs is hype. And I feel like there is absolutely no way, unless Microsoft gets too heavily involved, that there won't be a competitive setting for the game, that they won't have both sides of the coin. That was the problem, is that even if you love social, you know, I love social, but I know that there needs to be a place for ranked in the game, that it just has to happen. I feel like the publishers have this perspective of, oh yeah, but you guys are the consumers, you're just looking out for what's best for you, but we need to make this game profitable, we need to make it more like Call of Duty. But what they don't understand is that competitive sells just as well, and you can only sell Halo as a competitive game. That is the honest truth. You can't sell it as a casual game. It's not going to work. You'd have to start a new franchise. But look at games like League of Legends and the success that they've gotten. Half of their success is a result of competitive support and competitive enjoyment of the game. It pretty much revolves around that idea. And then look at Call of Duty Ghosts in comparison to Black Ops 2 and see the hit that Call of Duty Ghosts took and the backlash that it received as a result of taking it out. Anywho, this game is coming to an end, so I hope you guys enjoyed a couple of the points that I made, and I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay in the background. I didn't talk much about it, but I was pretty proud of the gameplay at the time, playing with my good friend Rapscallion, who is also a member of the Dawn Network. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to check out more videos from the Dawn Network, then be my guest and click on some of the annotations featured below. I've been Modest Major. If you want to check out my own channel, click to my annotation. Thank you for watching, guys. Peace.